won't heed your cries of mercy. Nothing I can't do.
My vow is
All too easy. Suits my purposes.
I'll do what it takes. Stay vigilant.
No weakness is hidden from my sight. This tedium is beneath me. If it serves your cause. I am not your Xenos pet monkey. If I must.
Follow my lead.
Got you, miscreant!
Oh, is that my blood? Don't get too cocky. Tell me, and it is done. Am I getting paid for this? You've got a problem, I've got a price.
My faith strengthens me. Quick! Quick!
request approved. The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Follow my...
Damage to Volk.
Let's not falter. I can handle this.
I can't stand it!
High momentum.
My time is now!
Heavy is the tread of his faithful. Request approved. Vital function successfully terminated. Running by request approved.
Not a problem for me.
I can do that with the right incentive. Don't get too cocky.
Nothing I can't do.
If If it serves your cause and favors the swift. I am not your Zeus pet monkey.
Martyrdom is the reward.
Am I getting paid for this?
All too easy. Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
They'll write legends about me.
Explorators know one route. Forward. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all.
Don't get too cocky.
Follow my...
Don't touch me!
My vow is to take not a battle, but an execution. Activating forcible sacrament. We function as one. Advancing.
Let's see how they respond to this. Nothing I can't do. Suits my purposes.
I understand your intent. I hear you moving. No more. If it serves your cause, deal death with my hands. I am not your slave.
Living on the edge.
Already done. Suits my purposes.
If it serves your cause.
None shall stand in my way. I'll wipe you from the face of the galaxy! Not a problem for me.
I am not your Xenos pet, monkey. If I must. Fortune favors the swift.
Nothing I can't do. All too easy.
If it serves your cause. Another soul slips beyond the veil. This tedium is beneath me.
I can do that, with the right incentive. You've got a problem? I can do that with the right incentive. Am I getting paid for this? Whoa! I want a medal for that one. Don't get too cocky.
Let me educate you on the art of trade.
The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Request approved. My vow is to serve.
Already done.
Request approved.
I'll tear your heart out of this.
I'll pass. Not a problem for me. You didn't stand a chance.
High momentum.
You've unleashed my fury.
I hear you moving. No more. If it serves your cause. My reckoning will be swift.
Wanna see a trick?
I understand your intent. I deal death with my hands.
Dance me over.
I am not your Xenos pet more. Another soul slips beyond the veil.
You've got a problem. I've got a prize.
If it serves your cause. From my sight.
Tell me, and it is done. How about no?
Running binaric override. Request approved. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. My vow is to serve. High momentum.
I'll bring glory to my bloodline.
Vulnerability analysis successful. Request denied. The scriptural promise significant value, as the tactical imperative dictates.
Nothing I can't do. All too easy.
If I must. I understand your intent. Hands. I am not your Xenos pet, monster.
I will take
The Swift. If it serves your cause.
High momentum.
Too bad I never leave debts unpaid. I'd like to, but I can't. Am I getting paid for this?
Suits my purposes. Already done.
I can do that, with the right incentive. Stop hating me, Ashmag!
Activate Calculated Fury algorithm. Running binary override.
Opposing me was your biggest mistake.
Can't be!
Smite the Xenos! The sound of frightened prey. Tantalizing. Suits my purposes.
If I must. I am not your Xenos pet. No weakness is hidden from my sight. I understand your intent.
Not a problem for me. Nothing I can't do. Suits my purposes.
Let the true master inflict the pain!
Bring it on!
Bow to me. My
Don't get too cocky. Me, never in 1,000 sectors. I can do that. If you want, never cross a Kazbalikan.
master inflict the pain.
Am I getting paid to jive the gun?
I die. I'm defeated.
Not enough!
Your misery is my treat.
I am not your Xenos pet, monster.
Your last stroke of luck.
If I must. Fortune favors the swift.
Blood! too easy.
Oblivion approaches. To you.
High momentum.
This battlefield air is good for my lungs. How about no? I know what I'm doing, usually. They'll write legends about me.
This tedium is beneath me. Another soul slips beyond the veil. If it serves your cause.
You've unleashed my fury.
You jest, surely.
Nothing I can't do.
Me? Never in 1,000 sectors.
Slow and painful is the way.
Tell me, and it is done. How about no?
Nothing of value has been lost.
Taking damage to bulk.
I understand your intent. Fortune favors the swift.
Delectable!
I am not your Xenos pet, mortal. No weakness is hidden from my sight.
High momentum.
If it serves your cause.
I am a savant of destruction.
Will not withstand my
Spectral cognizant functions successfully terminated.
I don't have time for this. Already done.
A work for a flesh crafter.
I am not your Xenos pet, mortal. Fortune favors the swift.
Educate you on the art of pain. I will savor your delectable anguish.
I'd like to, but I can't.
Suits my purposes. I won't tolerate weakness. I'll lay claim to the stars. Victory awaits! A new challenge for me? I'll live another day. It's about time. Follow my lead! None shall stand in my way. Then you'll die quickly.
I will revel in your pain.
I'm not accustomed. Me? Now you're clad in scarlet. I am a navigator, not a servitor. If I may? Isn't this a job for the serfs?
Not a problem for me.
Me? As duty demands.
My time is now.
Isn't this a job for the space the navigator's might? I am a navigator, not a servitor. I'll show you why navigators are feared.
If it serves your cause, no weakness is hidden from my sight. I hear you moving. No more. I understand your intent. If I must.
Nothing opposing me was your biggest mistake.
For the throne's glory. I need a foothold. Let's see to it. I'm done with this one. I won't object to it.
instructions protect the machine spirits that serve. Reverse analysis is showing the act of sabotage to have been predictable. The directives for interacting with Xena races, comprehension in progress. The operating principles of Xenoaugmetics, while alien to the canon blessed by the Deus Mechanicus. This statement is partly true. I have introduced protective equations into the algorithmic chain to strategic recommendation. Analysis. This place is calling out to the Omnissiah for an act of purifying and gracious xenocide. The spatial disharmony observed here points to its anathematic nature. That being said, may the filters of knowledge bestowed upon us, may your labors.
What a relief to be talking to you again. Your soul shines like the gold of the sun in the dark. As for the rest, don't worry about it. Somewhere in the middle of the dark city, I suppose. They say the human mind cannot fathom the bounds of this place. There was only pitch darkness inside the Homunculus' artifact. But there is scarcely any more light in the streets. It was real, Lord Captain. I must confess, I have been hounded by eerie strangers for many years. In my dreams, unlike the others, her image manifested itself more clearly each time. The refined features of her elderly face, the long white hair. I began to see her ever more often. In shadows, at the edge of my vision. In my own I had the same exact thoughts. But is that not a wild conjecture, even for a navigate? And yet, you did not abandon me in the darkness. Even though you could. You gave me the strength to cast off the shackles that Felix Cunning had closed around my soul. To tear down the prison of my own fears. And I wish to repay. This is much better, isn't it? Try not to squander that sky.
It will take some time. I can heal grievous wounds and correct disfigurement, but remake my nerve ending. Regrettably, little. Komorra is the city of the Drukhari, the sprawling Xenos domain built in the very plexus of the webway. This is the home of their cabals, and the... I would tell you more, but I can't. Not because of the prohibitions of the Inquisition, but because the information is fragmentary and unverified. Based on what we have learned here, we are in the prison of one of the arenas where the Drukhari killed their prisoners as public entertainment. I cannot offer a ready-made escape plan, but I do know that the Drukhari are constantly vying and warring with one another. Their chiefs take pains to keep their servants from complete mutual destruction. Do you actually want to hear what I have to say on the topic? Or was that just a polite turn of phrase that demands only... I hope you do not need me to tell you that taking any Drukhari into your retinue is a stunt that falls somewhere between blasphemous heresy and incredible foolishness, let alone a Drukhari who has already succeeded in bringing myriad calamities down on our head. Iliad is directly responsible for us being lured into her kin's trap. They plotted against us together. That she herself ended up a the Emperor
Let's see. Your lordship, rogue trader, Shireen, bane of my existence and savior of my flesh. cruel fate has driven us straight. So what do you want to hear, Shireen? A children's tale about a beautiful princess? A ballad about a queen of thieves? How about a new story, Shireen? Once upon a time, there was a little girl who lived on a... Then his servants came and drafted the girl into the 19th Ifrit Regiment. Can you imagine? Of course, the regiment was wiped out on its first sort. But everything in this world ends sooner or later, Shireen. The now not-so-little girl went and fell in with the Kasbalika. She saved up a little gold, and she even indulged in... So the girl ran as fast as her little legs could carry her, until her eyes and the whims of fortune brought her to the folks on Footfall are my only family, Shireen. The trickster twins and the rest of... Corporal Haydari reporting for duty, sir. I've had enough of the Astra Militarum shit to last a lifetime, Shireen. And my body's collected enough souvenirs from run-ins with Xenos and heretics to last 2 lifetimes. Except, when it comes to the guard, there's no such... What? You think it's difficult? Once me and my fellow guardsmen snuck into the upper city in search of a good watering hole, where the high and mighty of that world congregated. Another time, our regiment was sent to defend the tallest spires on a hive world. My eyes were open to the truth, Shireen. The Imperium is full of opportunities, even for people like myself. The trick is knowing whose palms to grease, whose boots to lick, whose throat to squeeze. You know, Shireen, I could still be bouncing around from one world to another, holed up on tired old ships with only venal grunts for company, if I had... And that's when I caught the attention of the newly arrived commissar. I was rummaging through the pockets of Astra Militarum with one hand, and shuffling the Kasbalik and cargo with the other. You can imagine what would have happened to my head had the commissar not started with my higher... It was orcs. Not everything I say is a lie, Shireen. Whoop the fu... Never mind. I've torn my throat to shreds with my coughing, Shireen. Every breath in is a torture worse than a Drukhari's poisoned whips. Don't give me that look, Shireen. The plotting nobles, the scheming footfall thugs, the mysteries of Xeno artifacts, the bowing and scraping before the self-indulgent ecclesiarchy. All that's gone. Everything beyond these walls melted away like a dream. I'm fighting for my life, Oh, well, thanks, I suppose. But can I be the person I really want to be some other time, Shireen? But while we're stuck on Kamura, being a soldier... That's a negative, Shireen. Hatching clever plans has been the last thing on my mind recently, you see? But on the bright side, while that Ashmag homunculus... May the Ashi devour that black-souled... Sir, yes, sir. Your lordship, Shireen. I'll be here.
You came back from the dark, Elentark? Unharmed. I was meant to share your fate, Elentark, and vanish in the Dark City's rotting underbelly. But the Fleshmaster gave a different... I donned the Executioner's mantle. They allowed me to keep my Spirit Stone in exchange for the suffering of others. I survived. Prayed for a... My body has already healed. The wound... And yet, neither rest nor healing salves, or even our reconciliation, can soothe the savage turmoil in my soul, Elentark. Kruderak is lost. You are asking why? How could I have trusted a monkey, Elentark? After Muaran told me that it was your kind that had attacked Kruderak, after I glimpsed a piece of Kruderak in your chain... Which is why I tried to find my dark cousin on the day he attacked Argonis. I used the commotion to slip away unnoticed, and wandered the streets like a shadow in search of its owner. That monkey Achilles. There was something wrong about him. He kept disappearing at night, so one day I followed him. Achilles was contacting Marajai, using an artifact that transmitted his master's orders. That is how I learned that the burnt monkey was about to betray you. which meant my only chance to discover the fate of my homeworld was about to slip through my fingers. I could not wait any longer. My words will hardly console you, Elentark, but I killed the traitor. I fear the Dark Ones left too many scars on his fragile soul. Your loyal monkey broke, so I gifted him a swift death. Free. Alas, my cousin fell out of favor with the Archon. But even so, I doubt Marajai would Kamora. This city grinds down the will of the strong and torments any who get tangled in its dark web. The fools are the first to die. An ancient and powerful Drukhari named Asdrubael Vecht, the supreme overlord of the Cabal of the Black Heart. There are no other cities, Elantark. The Dark City has no bounds. It is a tangle of countless nightmare domains subject to a single ruler. An endless amalgamation of ever-changing and immutable dimensions. The Dark City is pierced by millions of spires, and a webway gate may be hidden in any of them. But do I... Elantark, I promised that I would no longer hide my worries behind an icy wall of pride and doubt. And not here. The words of...
You want to know how and to what end I orchestrated all of this? When Irimaris ordered us to lay waste to the monkey settlements, Tazara and I encountered resistance. I have hunted your kin too long not to notice how well I began sending out spies and assassins. My eyes and ears infiltrated your vessel, your cities, and they discovered a trail that led back to one of your worlds. A trail that ended with a burned monkey, the source of the information about where and when my cabal was going to strike. How the information was reaching his agents, the burned monkey himself did not even know. But based on the units involved and other details, it was clear. No monkey in real space could have gathered such specifics about raid complements and objectives. No, it was inconceivable. The information was being fed to you by my own kind, and I knew who. Of course. If I'm not mistaken, you met the infiltrator yourself. A Cabalite who left a lava from Tavantius in one of the monkey. Or did you never work out the reason for the treachery during the raid on your ship so long ago now? Then there is no need for me to mention the sleeper agents hidden on your worlds. Overthrowing an Archon is far from easy, even one who has already tarnished her reputation. Nazrake was supposed to be the axe that fell on her neck, but it fell on mine instead. It must be said that Nazrake did not have to try very hard to turn the... Who? I have no idea what you saw in your stupor. The homunculus's creature does not elicit specific images. It muddles your mind, forcing it to paint suit. What do any of my kind do in real space? We were reaping. Kamara was clamoring for meat. The Dark City had suffered... Conspiring? No. There was no plot between us. She merely rushed to my bait. She told me what she had seen in your chambers. A piece of her hope. I did not ask her to hand you over to me. No, doing that would have made my poor cousin doubt herself even more than she was already. I simply told her where to seek help. When a monkey is left alone with me and my art of pain, I plunge them into a deep well of suffering from which they will do anything to escape. Your kind have fragile souls. I know it exists. I know that my cabal found it, helpless and stationary, unable to protect its sons and daughters. I know that Iliad's kin began showing up as prisoners in the Reaving Tempest's spire, where they were fonts of exquisite delight. We've already had words. I have no reason to conceal the truth now. Iliad has outlived mandrakes. A foul breed that lurks in the bowels of Kamora. Let them come for what they're... Did you not hear me when I answered you the first time? I do not. Then what else do you need? I was handed over to the witch cult to do with as they wished. First, they made me fight the dregs in the arena, and then, once they'd had their fill of my debasement, I was the continuation of my existence. When I lost my standing, you cannot hope to understand the intricacies of Kamora and how it is structured. We are all each other's allies and worst enemies here. If our conversation is finished... I had no intention of ending my days playing the role of meat in the arena. And then you... So our interests align. For now. The Dark City is the bastion of the Drukhari, the most magnificent of all our strongholds. The Cabals are the foundation upon which rests the power of the one who rules Kamora, as Drubile Vect. Whether it is a mob of berserkers or an organized cartel, their essence is the same. An army. What more do you need to know that you have not already beheld with your own eyes? They are the mistresses of the arenas and the aloof incubi. They dedicate their lives to the art of killing, so much so that they do not plot or chase after delicious torment. Winged Drukhari, who have chosen to go through an agonizing process to become such a monstrosity. They escort raiding ships and inflict the first strike on the enemy. Artists of the flesh who prefer to hide away in their laboratories and create nightmares from the materials their servants supply. On a mountain of bodies, bathing in our enemies' tears and blood. But there is one unfortunate detail. An Arabenian has stepped into your path, one of Kegarak's tribe, who lurk in the tangle of the webway. I've heard them called harlequins in your tongue. The one that... Do not keep me waiting too long.